This is the book of Numbers, and it basically will come off as a comic books with worksheets. Um, and This is, I don't expect it to exactly look like this, but just to make it easier for the illustrators. Then I have the dialogues and the kind of items that I want presented. So the goal there is to make the child. I probably have to fix this one because it's kind of like encroaching on where they do the circles. So they follow the B and go all the way across until it gets to the lamp. And It's basically telling a story about a boy named Marky who couldn't find his dad, and so he was very sad and everything was empty and they don't have food, and so dad was looking for food and left him at home, so he was very upset. And his uncle comes, and then they go, and he wanted to teach him math. So Matthew is a teacher that kind of points to how he's going to remember one and look for one, writing one, looking at two. Now we don't just have Adam, we have Adam and Eve. And that's how, oops. And then he has like me too. So I wanted it to rhyme, to have a rhyme. So this is supposed to be a picture of this boy or of Marky. So this is Marky, of course. He looks like he's changing faces, but it's because I just had to find the closest to depict Marky. So that again is Marky, and this is Johnny. And it goes to continue with some stories and looking for number twos at this point and circling number two. And then counting two with Matthew and having a little bit of a rhyme, two and two. Do I want to follow Jesus? And I wanted to make it kind of evangelistic because, this is more for some comics and to know the Lord. So two kind of, this is how you write it, starting with the bookworm coming all the way down towards the fish and then headed for the clownfish. So more twos of writing and identifying and counting twos. It looks like a hook and with a little squiggly worm. And then we move on to number three. Jesus came to set us free. So there's kind of, we bear witness as he lay on the manger for a crib. Horsey says, hey, hey, there is no way, but here he lay for all the humans and animals to find the way. They called him Emmanuel. I forgot the Y, so that needs to be edited. Next number is three. We have Mary, Joseph, and baby Jesus. I count number. Okay, so there's a problem with how I had it fitting. So so Matthew kind of apologizes to the mistake that Marky makes. Sorry, a manger for a crib, and it's Emmanuel, not Emmanuel. So I want to kind of make it comical, and then again, there's 1, 2, 3, and they can. I should probably create some directionality here, and that signifies the thing there. So sorry about the reflection. My hair is a mess. So it goes on with, some more counting. This is supposed to be 3 trees and not that many, but, it's a background I picked. The point there is that they trace 3, copy 3. Trace 3, copy 3. Keep going. This one here is a bit of an enigma with the I, 111. There's 3 in 1 God, and the Hebrew and the Greek lettering for the name of Yeshua. And he is the great I am, and number 3. So interestingly, I'll show you something. So there's again kind of a bit of a rhyming. Uh, I said flower, not flower. So it's kind of like So eyes rhymes with eyes. Iris is an eye and a flower, and like a flower, see Jesus rise. He is risen from Tomb's garden tomb. I gotta switch that around. Heaven is like leaven, a risen flower. And he sees it as a flower, not a flower. Three I ams in one. We may not see him, can you? So the name of God is a mystery sometimes, and so it's hard to decipher. But this is in Hebrew, Yod He Vav He, and there is three in one. So this is three, and again, more writing of threes, and then we move on to four: Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, the Gospels, and so they're all named. All the bears are named after these characters. So one of them is a tax collector, Matthew, and that is the teacher that I have. So that's Matthew. And then Luke is the doctor, and then he is kind of like the follower of Christ. That's Mark, and then Johnny as the fisherman. So